I think a lot of people do have that belief and understanding that it has to either be hard or it has to be easy. There doesn't seem to be a middle ground to that in that belief system of current society. And it's hard to navigate that there is a middle. Like it could be both easy and hard. You may have to
Mhm.
put a little more quote unquote work into it, but if you're having fun with it, if you're curious about it, if you want to learn about it, then what do you have to lose almost
Mhm.
in that
Exactly. I
exploration?
think I also would say that easy and hard are determined by our perception of them. So if you want to switch your perception of them, then switch your perception of them. You can actually do that. And I know that sounds way oversimplified and I completely understand. But this was like something I worked on for a really long time because this idea of things being hard and oh my gosh, I had such a hard day. And then I just started asking myself, like, but why was it hard? Like, oh, this happened. Okay, but I'm here and I made it through those things. And realistically, in the grand scheme of things, I kind of just flowed through them. Like, yeah, it sucked, but we just moved through. We're okay. Like, this is okay. So I do think there's a shift there. And I also do think that there is a lack of neutrality in the incredibly strict binary that this structure of this society is constructed on. And the best way I can actually describe neutrality in a way that like you could be midpoint is if you think of the element of ether, because everyone thinks of the four elements, right? Wind, fire, water, air. There's also ether. It's actually five. Ether is the stuff we can't see. It's the space between stars. That's ether. And if you're like, oh, well, it's either really hard or really easy, or it could be either. You could just be in between the two things, and that's okay too.